Hello guys and welcome to a new beginning, which to me, just until extremely recently, like a couple of hours ago, was a game I'd never heard of. And I don't know how I've missed it, because this style of adventure game is so extremely rare. But I just stumbled upon it through adventuregamers.com, and well, I just loved the style and read up on it, and people seem to really dig it. So yeah, let's just get going. We'll see what I mean with the style in a second, or hell, you already do on the main menu. So
You keeping an eye on the watch, Private? 300 seconds, and not a second to spare. And don't forget, never look directly into the sun. Ready.
280 seconds left.
Damn it. Looks like my measuring equipment is broken.
No, I'm afraid it's working perfectly fine. 240 seconds left.
We just received news from Antarctica, Machu Picchu, and Eastern Oceania. Their measurements match ours. We're expecting a solar flare similar to the Oswald flare from 2113 within the next 2 weeks. We all know that the terrestrial magnetic field can't protect us from a flare of this scale anymore. Our time is up.
It's not too late yet, Quaddy. We still have a chance.
Well, yeah, what about the Phoenix plan? We could escape.
The Phoenix plan is not an evacuation plan, Hardy. Quite the opposite. No, Salvador is right. A manipulation is our last chance.
What are they talking about?
Is the security of our pilots provided for by now?
Nigel, we are looking at certain death for every living thing in 2 weeks. We don't have a choice, I'm afraid. It's time we dare to take the final step. A step back. To the past.
Curse it. Not again. I hope I have enough spare parts. It never ends, does it? Okay then, let's see what's wrong with this thing.
alright, so now we're actually here in the actual gameplay. I guess I'll quickly go through the tutorial on the controls, just to let you guys know. So, yeah, just look at this. It's gorgeous. Just the style of it's just amazing. I love it. Plus, time travel sure as hell is going to get interesting, isn't it? And, imminent doom of humanity and all living creatures on Earth. Yeah, Nice plot there. Right, so move the mouse pointer over the red machine's lid and hold down the left mouse button. So he means the shutter. So then I basically get the option to look at or open. That is this game's way of doing that as far as I know. So let's open it. There you go. Which then we uncover the motor. So now it tells us to go look at it. So we will.
So that's the problem. The belt tore. But where can I get a new one?
To remove the V-belt. Well, yep.
Maybe it can still be fixed.
So, right-click for our inventory at the bottom here. Which seems like we have an awful lot of slots, which I hope we won't be needing, but nope. I want to tie it.
Oh well, it's worth a try.
Alright, so yep, we're gonna use the belt with the impellers. I really would not have known that word, but okay. Let's try and put that back.
Not sure that will hold.
Alright, so now we go activate the machine again.
That's it. The belt tore again. There's no help for it. I need to replace it.
Alright. So we need to properly go repair it, and, well, that's where the game actually starts. So, what it doesn't tell you, which I find a bit strange, is that you can hold space to basically list all the items on screen, which is extremely helpful. So you don't, miss a specific little item or something. Hello, Brady.
He feeds on the parasites in the wood, just not quickly enough. Meta used to sit under that tree in the summer and read a book. It's a pity I have to chop it down. It will be a cold winter.
Who the hell's Meta?
My back refuses to cooperate. And so do I.
Yeah, he refused to climb it, which, is fair enough.
My fogger.
And I think that's about as much as you really get out of him. So let's go down. Nice little, house by a lake, I guess. So we can go back up, look at our house.
In the past, we came here each summer. Meta hoped that we could grow old here together. Not much left of this dream. Only the house and I.
Oh, poor guy.
The fishing rod was Dr. Angus' suggestion. It is very meditative, Bent. It will help you find peace. I've been sitting at the bank each morning since then, apathetically staring into the water.
Well, it seems like an item.
No, the fishing rod won't solve any of my problems, even if Dr. Angus says otherwise.
Alright, you don't take an item that you could possibly carry with you. Surprising.
Wrong color for a coffin lid.
Let's go in. Oh god. Yep, lots of things. Let's look at first.
There's only crap on TV. Oh well, at least my mind will be empty when I go to bed.
That's what a lot of people think and use it for, so...
Chaos in the streets of Oslo. At 11 o'clock this morning, violent protesters stormed the European headquarters of the International Energy Inspection Agency. They protested the planned renewal of licenses for a total of 7 power plants operated by the controversial energy corporation Indes Industries. During the protests, some militant participants even managed to take hostages. A spokesman of the agency.
We were open to peaceful dialogue right from the beginning, but the current situation forces us to take drastic measures. The activists must understand that they can't force political decision-making with their illegal and extremist actions. If their actions have any impact on the decision at all, it will be a negative one.
Meanwhile, the first injured are taken away and the police are preparing for a long night. It will probably be one of the longest nights in an otherwise peaceful...
And the world keeps turning without me.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're one of so many billion, so yeah.
These are the self-help guidebooks Dr. Angus recommended. I wonder if she reads them herself before recommending them to her patients.
She recommended all of those. Jesus. Dude, you have issues.
I'm Not a Screwdriver. Ways Out of Workaholism by Gunnar Larson. I don't know. At least a screwdriver is useful.
Alright. So yeah, one thing is a bit strange, that if you just click on an item, it's not defaulting to look at or something, so you have to actually hold the mouse to get this little, well, crosshair or something. I don't know, I don't even know how to call this thing.
Sometimes Dr. Angus comes for a visit. That's why I have a second chair.
He's so cheerful, isn't he?
I'll take a break later, after I've fixed the fogger.
Alright, so... One thing I also find a bit strange is that, you know, I can just move my mouse around. That's normal. But when I hold space, it kind of gets drawn into the objects. So it's like I'm moving it just at the same speed, and then it's like whoop. Or well, in that case it didn't really, but it slows way down at items. It's a bit weird. Just thought I'd point that out.
Our summer vacation to Italy. Meta beamed, like always, and all I had on my mind was probably how to save the world. I wonder if we could have been happy if I had focused on our relationship instead of on our planet's future.
Oh, wow, you can actually look at something inside a picture.
I'm so sorry, Meta. I sacrificed both of us in the end, for a vision no one even cared about. Even during our trip to Italy, I was only thinking about my algae research. I can see it in my eyes.
Okay. So he's Bent. Bit of a strange name, but, you know, it is what it is.
My team on the Atlas 11. We really thought the future of the world was resting on our shoulders.
Bulge. Key.
What's this? Something got stuck behind the picture.
No, it looks... Someone clearly wanted that key there, so...
That looks suspiciously like... Well, well, look what I've found.
You just ripped open a picture you seemingly liked. You could have just, you know, taken it out of the frame normally. Not ripping it.
So this is where I hid it. I don't even remember hiding it here. Was I really that drunk?
Are you really that drunk to destroy a picture for it, though?
Don't look like that, boy. You can do all those things now your dad didn't allow when you were younger. He'll make it.
That's his son, I'm guessing?
I look tired, but happy. Don't worry, Lissa. I'll manage somehow. Not a photo for the press, obviously. If it were, Barney would look completely different. They represent the rest of the personnel. By now, the team has grown so much that neither Barney nor I know who works for us anymore. Works for him, that is.
Huh. So, these are the main 4 guys, then, I'm guessing.
Oh, the bottles are still here. But then, who else but me should take them away?
Oil?
Rapeseed oil. Until some years ago, it was only good for lamp oil. Today we use it as salad dressing and to prove the bad energy balance of biofuels.
Alright, take it. Yeah, that'll it'll take.
It only holds the basics. It only...
Yep, okay. Oh, a refrigerator. Refrigerator?
If I didn't have dinner in town, I would never meet any people at all. A full fridge would be social suicide.
Open it.
A sad sight.
I love how cheerful he is.
I'll put that away tomorrow.
Yeah, sure you will. Sure you will.
These are the books Dr. Engust recommended so warmly. I put them next to the bed to increase the chance of reading them sometime.
When you go to bed, don't you just fall asleep, though?
I should do that, but not today.
Okay, just checking.
My bed. At first, I tried to sleep in the bed Maida and I shared. Then I moved to Duva's bunk. My son takes care of my life's work, and I sleep in his old childhood bed.
Well, that is everything we could look at here. Time to look at the rest then. Look at the garbage.
That's part of living near the water these days.
That doesn't sound good.
I would have done that once, but it will not even take a week before it looks like this again. A cisphene labor. This boat has seen better times, but it's still floating.
How do you know?
This boat has seen, but it's still...
How do you know? It's lying on the shore.
I told Dr. Angus that I find fishing abhorrent, so she suggested the fish trap. I've already tried everything, but I really have no use for this thing.
Okay, I'm sure we're gonna need that at some point, but...
The basement. Mausoleum of a failed life. And the only place where I can find spare parts for my fogger.
Well, guess what? It's going to be locked and he doesn't remember where the key is, right? Right?
Well, it's locked. The plan was to leave everything behind.
Well...
How long haven't I been down here?
We didn't just... Using the key didn't make it disappear from our inventory. That is curious. Normally that's the case.
This is where my old life is buried.
Well, remove...
Okay, let's take a look.
That uncovered a lot of stuff, so...
There was even more lab equipment in here once. Barney took most of it back to the station so I wouldn't get any ideas and start working again.
Can we look at it again? No, search probably.
Hey, there was a screwdriver in there. I better take it. There was even more lab equipment. Barney took...
Home lab in general?
How many summer nights did I spend down here, staring at the algae cells? Did I really believe I could change the world?
You sounded like you did.
The temptation is great, but I promised Barney and Dr. Angus to enjoy my retirement. Enjoy, right.
Yeah, he's just a little bit down on his luck.
How fitting. It stopped at 5 minutes to midnight.
I'm sure he did that on purpose at some point.
The symbolism is disquieting. On the other hand, 5 to 12 for all eternity is better than the clock striking midnight someday.
That is true.
When Maida saw me taking my files with me on vacation, she only laughed and said, "At least you can't have an affair with your secretary while your office is at home." Maybe it would have been better if she screamed at me for once, instead of always supporting me. Studies about photosynthesis, construction plans for greenhouses, chemical data, I know them all by heart.
I have to say, the music is really in the background, but it really adds an excellent amount to the atmosphere here. That is really impressive. Not sure why I turned that off, but yeah, that was... The music is really kind of sad, but